So update 2.2 released some more regiments of renown, so I figured let's take a look at them and see what their deal is. The Green Guardian is a Terracotta Sentinel, and it's probably my favorite one in the batch because it's got a really unique ability, Redirecting Aura, which reflects missiles back at enemies in range like the spell Missile Reflect, which means that as long as the ranged units are within 55 meters, they're just gonna shoot themselves if they shoot at him. And this is really strong, since one of the biggest weaknesses of this kind of unit is that they're just a big dumb target for shooting. So this ability essentially turns that weakness into a strength, since being a big dumb target will actively deal damage to the enemy. Of course, things like cannons that can stay outside the range of the ability will still dumpster it, but it's a really cool unit. The Frozen Heart of Winter is an elemental bear with a Heart of Winter bound spell, which can deal some really good damage if you can keep the enemy in the spell area long enough. But you can't target the Heart of Winter, so it's not exactly like a bound spell, because it's instead centered on the bear. But the interesting part of this ability is it's not stationary, it moves with the bear. So since the bear slows with the Chilling Aura, Frostbite and a slow from the spell, if you want something to stay in the Heart of Winter, they will stay in the Heart of Winter, since the bear can just follow them around with their now non-existing speed. So it shouldn't be a problem to keep something in the area for 32 seconds. The Snowhorn of Morn is a Stonehorn with the ability Glacial Defense, which gives it more armor and missile resistance, so it's kinda the same principle as the Green Guardian, that they're big dumb target for shooting, so buffing armor and missile resistance covers one of the big weaknesses. Although it's not quite as extreme as the Green Guardian ability, and it only lasts for 21 seconds at a time, but it gives it a ridiculous 170 armor, so it will resist about 90% of non-armor piercing damage, so it's a very versatile ability considering it'll help it survive in melee as well. And as a bonus, it also got Frostbite, so it'll slow enemies down that tries to get away. Khorne's Bloody Fist is a Bloodthirster with Gore Shell, which gives him a 10% damage resistance as long as a large enemy is within 30 meters. And it's probably the least interesting of the Regiment of Renown. I mean, the ability is alright and it's got great stats, it's just kinda plain compared to the others, but like other Bloodthirsters, it's really good against large units. The Marquis of Masochism is a Keeper of Secrets with Phantasmagoria and Enfeebling Foe instead of Lash of Slaanesh and Acquiescence, so it brings some really good utility debuffing. But the big thing with the Marquis of Masochism is the ability Feasting on Fear, which combos extremely well with its bound Phantasmagoria, since Feasting on Fear heals it depending on the number of enemy units close by with wavering or lower leadership. And since Phantasmagoria nets units and lowers leadership in an area, you can just stand there and replenish while everything around it routs while netted. Uncle for Uncle is a great unclean one with a silly name and a bound Spirit Leech instead of Miasma of Pestilence. So we got some direct damage available that's good for taking out characters, and the ability Defiling Deluge, which basically combines a Mortis Engine and Regrowth for 6 seconds. So he can deal some significant damage if he's surrounded and get a nice heal considering his large health pool. So you kinda just wanna throw him into big blobs of enemies and let him go nuts, since he wants to be surrounded and he can heal himself a little bit. And the final unit is the Golden Griffin of Theurgy, which is a lot of change with the metal spells Searing Doom and Gehenna's Golden Hounds instead of siege spells. And it's debatable whether the spells are an upgrade or not. I think it depends on what you're fighting, but he also got 60 extra armor since he got a permanent glittering scales effect, so he's golden for a reason, and you can't deny it. It looks good on him. So what do you guys think of them? Are they unique enough, or were you expecting more? Either way, that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye!